Yeah, man, I'm not gonna stop. It's a truth bomb. It's a truth bomb. Okay, here's a term. One day at a gas station, I seen a paper on the ground, and it said the abuse cycle, and the abuse cycle wheel. I hope this is the correct one, but I want to show you how we can go through this wheel. Um, and even if this is applied for some false, like it's just all just men against women, it's not true necessarily. Let me see. Okay, so that one's too freaking deep right there. Anyway, basically, there's like 4 stages. Okay, here you go. 4 stages of psychosis, violence. No, kinda. Yes, this will kind of work. But anyway, stage 1 that we were in when this thing whole started, it's basically stage 1 is called the love bomb phase. Okay? In the love bomb phase, the person is trying to literally either seduce you into trusting them, or they are trying to win you over to have a place of being almost a cult leader of sorts, um, in your life. Okay, so basically, when this thing started here, these people said, "Look, we're just doing this for your own good. We're gonna take care of you. We're gonna protect you. Now, just do what we say." And I mean, we all know in the relationship, everyone's got their best foot forward until you get married, and then it seems you're gonna end up in the courts getting bent. If you're a dude, anyway, you're gonna end up in the courts getting run through the ringer. But anyway, it's like this first stage, this love bombing. So they come in, they promise us the sun, the moon, and the stars by saying, if you just do what we say, we'll be done in 6 weeks. Then it got extended. Then it got extended. Then there was more stipulations. But at the same time, though, while they're beating us, they're beating us. They're giving us this doo-doo test of sorts where they're beating us. At the same time, though, it's kind of like an abusive parent or sibling who bribes you. They bully you, and it's just you and them. But when they know that the authority figure's coming home, all of a sudden they quickly try to reconcile with you and bribe you out so that their superiors don't catch on to what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So we got these dynamics going on. We got, well, just shelter in place. That's like, but at the same time, that's people's livelihoods on the line, and it's in order, and it's making, it's golden boying society against essentials, non-essentials. It was really haphazardly word saladed and future faking. They future faked us, and here I'll get us a quick description of that, because on the next cycle of the wheel is called the crazy making cycle. Now we got the stimulus. Now we got the shelter in place. Yeah, what was that? Future faking. Um, we got the shelter in place. We got, look, we got all the worry about all these people. We were caught up in the fervor and the hype, swept up, and with the whirlwind love affair, where this person is trying to isolate you, and that's another thing that they really did. They isolated us, and the first thing a controlling lover is going to do if they have bad intentions is isolate you from the people who care. And sometimes it's like, it's not the people in your house are the ones that care, it's the ones that are farther away. So to lock me in the house, sometimes that could be like that's like a punishment. Anyway, so In the first stage, it was, this we're here to help. But as time went on, after the love bombing wore off and the showering us with gifts, and please go ahead and read that if you wish. They're showering you with gifts, stimuluses and promises of in the future they're gonna give you the shot that will cure you of all your ills. They'll give you the jab that lasts forever, in other words. And if you just pull the trousers down, and they swear they're going to be gentle. They're not even going to put it all the way in. They just want to touch it. Anyway, then now all of a sudden, bam, they just ram that shit in anyway. And we're on to the next stage, which is this crazy making stage. But actually, this might actually be the end of the crazy making, and we're going straight into the explosive stage. But we're building up to that. But even this might come through in waves where they do it multiple times, where they blatantly tell you this, they do that, and then they'll tell you this, and then they just do that. If you say left, they go right. And it's just this buildup of, like, look, they're getting you to invest in it, where you're because they really want you in this explosive phase to really be mad. They want you, in a way, your mind, your righteous, intellectual mind, they want you to be right, but right at the right time. They want to trigger all that emotional buildup content that they know they've been working on you, and they've been placing it there. They've been being difficult. They've been being contentious. They've been being duplicitous. They've been being backhanded complimenting. They've been being just like all around like non-cooperative. But then when you question them on it, they act like you just don't know how to do things in a group because you're immature. Like, look, see that? Start chipping away. Look, if it wasn't for us making all the decisions, you couldn't even flush the toilet because you're defective, and you're not an expert. We are, or you're not authority. Look, these are all projections and suggestions to disempower these literally witch-like grand delusions spun as if gaslighted out in such a way to be like a changeling, doppelganger fashion, like straight up hijack your perception of reality. Man. Anyway, at this point, it's like putty in the hands, man, and they got you all set up. They've been pointing to the mountain, and then they come in and strike the grindstone. Look, they've done that. I mean, that's the thing. Look, in this stage of the crazy making, look, they tell you one thing and do another. Or they just straight blatantly start bold-faced lying. And it's kind of like cloud seeding. They're putting more particles up in there to increase the severity of the storm. So it's a real war of attrition. They got a patience for this where they can really orchestrate this in stages, and they'll build up for it, because what this is basically, now they got you set up that you're going to act out in righteousness and defend yourself. Now that's what they wanted you to do. Now they get to dump and unload every negative thing that they're feeling about whatever. It's all coming on you now. And because you took the bait and you decided to engage in a duel with these like cheaters and liars and despicable people who do not follow the rules, as if they would fight. Oh, fair fight. Let's go outside, step outside, fair fight. They're like, okay. And then look, you step outside and then you get jumped by a bunch of dudes. And then they just drive away in the car with the dudes, basically, in a way. So this stage is a big buildup, because now they get to dump, unload, and this is where they get to pull every doo-doo test in order to spark this thing off. That is where they do something they know is wrong, and whether you say sorry or not. It's a conditioning process where they're teaching you to own their dumps and take responsibility for things you didn't do. And it's a conditioning process. Like, literally, it is like mind control, dude. It's so total war of attrition, war. And this is the things that they've been doing with us is them threatening to jab the minorities first, and especially the Indians. That was like insinuating that, hey man, like at first we're doing this for your own good, and now it's like they're to the point where they're like, we're gonna do this or else. The next point is literally where they're gonna be trying to jab, and you're gonna have to fight them off with one hand on their wrist with the jab in it, and you're trying to knock them out with the other hand. Like, look, that's the insinuations that I'm getting, and that would definitely qualify as crazy making. Crazy making is when all of a sudden now they simulate a mass like increase, or now all of a sudden that gives them the justification to pull out extreme measures like freaking like martial law, like freaking curfews, like checkpoints, like medical papers, like papers in Germany. And then after all this, after they like literally concentration camps, plantation reservation, or the concentration, that would be like basically a military police state where, look, if we trust you enough that you're such a sellout, we'll let you work. But these people we don't trust right here, you sit in the reservation in the ghetto, so we can keep a tight eye on you. And we know there's no escape out of that rat maze we built for you and tricked you into complying and just going in without a fight. And then, or the concentration, where literally you're in some kind of hardcore gulag labor death camp, re-educationing center, where they're just going to use you up as an unwitting, non-consenting experimentee with medical experiments. And they did this in Nazi Germany. This is historically an accurate thing, and this isn't medical advice, buddy. It's just telling you it's an historical lesson. And it's also a comparison. So in this phase, this explosive phase that we're about to go into, we just went into the crazy making phase, which was, is he president or is he not? Like, look, you can stretch that either way. And all the conflicting reports, the confusing, like, bedazzlement, the fast magicianry of not letting the left know what the right's doing, the legerdemain, the smoke in the eyes, the smoke and mirrors, was just so obvious in so many ways this time. And that's duping delight is what they get in the reconciliation phase. And that's, these people are real sadists, and they love to totally shoot you down and crush you and just destroy and erode the foundation. And they just want to reel you in again. They want to let you get distant to reel you in one more time. So you trust them again, and they dupe you again. And then they just, they get such a release. Not the good kind. You know what I'm saying? Not the normal kind. Like the really weird kind of release out of this, out of this dupe. And they're addicted to this cycle. And when we, like zombies and on the rat wheel, go through the cycle without recognizing it, with no resistance, they feel empowered and in control, and like they are just the shizzle. They are just, look, I'm telling you, let's not make these people's day. Let's not just be such easy marks and chumps. We don't have chump written on our forehead. And no, I agree to disagree. It would seem that you got it wrong. But anyway, man, it's man, this is a complex subject, because it's so intertwined in so many different relationships, through this family structure, through my relationship structures, through my societal structures, and now it would even seem national structures, and other, like, and look, Hard to tell where it starts and where it ends.